Everyone, it's Kavya.R from second sem MSc Microbiology, and my topic is what are the general characteristics of algae and their distribution in different habitats. Here we come to the introduction. Algae are eukaryotic organisms, means the cell having nucleus is known as eukaryotes. They don't have any roots, stems, or leaves, but do have chlorophyll and other pigments for carrying out photosynthesis. Algae can be multicellular or unicellular. Unicellular algae occur most especially in plankton. Here comes to the classification of algae. The primary classification of algae is based on the following four criteria. First criteria, the photosynthetic apparatus and pigments. Second one, nature of reserve food. Third one, and fourth one, types, number and attachment of flagella. These are some pictures of algae characters. These are the general characteristics of algae. Algal cells eukaryotic. Then study of algae is called as phycology. Cell wall is thin and rigid. Motile algae such as euglena have flexible cell membrane called periplast. Cell wall of many algae are surrounded by a flexible gelatinous outer matrix. A discrete nucleus is also present. It includes a starch, granules, and vacuoles. Chlorophyll and other pigments are also present here. Chloroplasts may occur one, two, or many per cell. They may be ribbon-like, disc-like, or bar-like. Algae are photosynthetic eukaryotic organisms, means they can prepare their own food. They are commonly found in aquatic environments, including freshwater, marine water, and brackish water. They are either motile or non-motile. Some of the motile and non-motile algae may form a colony known as a coenobium. Algae possess the usual eukaryotic structure such as Golgi apparatus and mitochondria, etc. Algae reproduce both by sexual and asexual methods. Here comes the distribution of algae in different habitats. As you can see, algae can be present everywhere like walls, on roofs, especially in rainy season. They'll be easily formed on the moist areas. Algae can places where they grow on the ground, including tree trunks, animal fur, snowbanks, hot springs, and desert. It's a previous one. Desert crust. Algae can also live in symbiotic relationship with a variety of non-photosynthetic organisms such as ciliates, sponges, mollusks, and fungi. Here comes the main classification on where it has been habitat. First one, aquatic algae. Second one, terrestrial algae. And the third one, algae of unusual habitat. Aquatic algae are predominantly aquatic. They are of two types, freshwater algae and the second one, marine water algae. On subdivision of this comes benthophytes. Benthophytes means plants that grows on bed of a river is known as benthophytes. Several freshwater and marine algae are found in attached condition such as Cara, Nitilla, Cladophora, etc. are found attached to the substratum in the bottom of water. And here comes the epictophytes, second division. These are the algae grows along the shores and lakes and also in ponds. The most important freshwater forms are Oedogonium, Chetophora, some species Pyrogyra, and diatoms, Revoleta, etc. And here comes the third division, that is planktophytes. The algae which floats on the surface of water is known as planktophytes. You subdivision of this euplanktons. They are never attached. They are free floating. Example diatoms. Trichoplanktonophytes. Later on, by growing, they become detached. Example, species of Spirogyra and Microspora. You can see the diagram also. And second main division, that is terrestrial algae, it also known as a Idiophytes. Two types of terrestrial algae are saprophytes and chrysophytes. Saprophytes means they obtain food by absorbing dissolved organic matters. They prepare food by absorbing the organic matters itself. Most of the species of on the surface of the soil. Besides Mesotanium, Botredium, Watchera, and many others met with upon the surface of wet soil. And the chrysophytes. Division of algae with pigments localized in yellowish green to golden brown algae, chromatophores, is known as a chrysophytes. Example, nostoc, anabina, euglena. These are the pictures of saprophytes and chrysophytes. Third division, that is algae of unusual habitat. Among this comes lithophytes, first division, subdivision. These are the algae grows on rocks and walls. The species of Scytonema grow on the wall in rainy season and the old walls become black spotted. They especially grows on the rocks. Then becomes halophytes. Plants growing in saline condition is known as a halophytes. Example, Dunella, Chlamydomonas, and also Oscillatoria is found in saline water. Next, third one, that is epiphytes. Plants growing on other plants, especially on parasitic plants like orchids, is known as epiphytes. They'll usually grow in tropical rainforest. Example, Chilochite and Rhodymenia, etc. Here comes the important algae. It has been used as a fertilizer. It is used in a medicinal field to normalize blood sugar and provide the body with additional protein and fiber. Algae meant to be added as a food additive to maintain shape and taste. And food and health, seaweed cultivation. Here comes the harmful effects of algae. Changes in level of chemicals such as nitrogen and phosphorus from fertilizer in water causes harmful effects by algae. Algal blooms can deplete the oxygen and block the sunlight that other organisms need to live. Fish kills are more common effects of this algae, and some can produce toxins that are harmful to the health of the environment like plants, animals, and people, etc. Algal bloom can mostly be linked to sewage input or agriculture activities, leading to nutrient pollution. Thank you. Thank you, sir.